speed. How is it suited to the roads here in Indonesia, really?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very good question because I get the questions all the time from our customers. At the end of the day, yes, Porsche is famous for speed, but it's not all about speed. We are very, very, very performance driven. That is true because our origin and the history is motorsport, right? So we take in all this, what we have learned from all the race victories into the road vehicles, which does not mean necessarily that you have to push the limit of the vehicle. It just means that you're able to do it, but you don't have to do it. On the other hand, as I said, we have a big variety. On the one hand, it's a very performance-driven vehicle. On the other hand, it's a very comfortable car. So even though that most of the cars, they reach a top speed limit of 300 kilometers an hour, I don't think there's not a single city in this world where you can actually reach the top speed limit of our vehicles. So it's not all about speed, it's all about lifestyle, it's about statement, it's about image, it's about the comfort of the vehicle and the pure driving pleasure.
We see a lot of more Porsche on the road these days in Jakarta. How do you see your growth? I mean, your market in big cities like Jakarta itself?
I think it's undeniable that Indonesia is has huge potential in economic growth. We're here since 2004. So the market trend I see since 2004 is huge. So first of all, we see a very big growing automotive sector. So per annum is the 12% growth of the automotive sector over the last 5 years. So which is also a very big advantage for us. So we get a lot of interest of consumers that we have never approached before.
What are your consumers, your typical audience? What's the demography?
Of course, due to the natural condition and the price of the vehicle, our consumer level is very high class. So we're looking at high net worth income to ultra high net worth income customers.
Okay, so that's interesting because your highest demand would be for family-oriented customers, SUV type models, vehicles, but you're also bringing in a lot of more sports segments, the Macan, and also I understand that you'll be bringing in 911 targets in the near future.
Yes.
Let's talk about your latest innovations.
The latest model that we have at the moment, as I mentioned, is the Macan. So it's like a compact SUV. So for the first time ever, we are entering a completely new customer segment. So we're now targeting a complete new customer profile, which is younger, which is more lifestyle oriented, more female customers. So I'm targeting a higher percentage of female customers, as well as families. Yeah. So the Macan is supposed to be more like the first car in the household rather than the second, third, or fourth car in the household.
So how much are we preparing to pay for one unit of Macan?
It's a very interesting question because it's very hard to tell because, as I said, our focus is on highly individualized vehicles. So it can range from a very basic product all the way up to a very highly specified vehicle. Just to give you an impression of the individualization level that we can offer to our customers. We had a customer from the UK. She was very much into Hello Kitty. So she was asked if her customer can be painted in the Hello Kitty pink color. So we made it for her. So of course it comes with a price tag, but whatever the customer asks for, we're trying to achieve whatever is possible.
Okay. What about your sales target? Do you pose any particular target to achieve by the end of the year, for example?
Yeah, for the Macan, my particular target is about 150 units delivered by end of the year. So this is, I think, a target that we can easily achieve, looking at the current demand of the vehicle. So we have launched the Macan last month, beginning of June, and ever since the demand is exploding. So the people are running in and asking for the vehicle, which is great, which is fantastic. This is supposed to be.
So that 150 vehicles is the first batch sent to Indonesia.
That's correct.
Is it based on requests, demands, or is it just a number that you introduce and
yes,
hope will
we
sell?
about 90% sold out already. So which means out of the 150%, 90% is already sold to the vehicle, to the customer, and so will be then once the car is here, immediately delivered to the customer.
So any expansion? Are you opening up in more areas outside of the big cities like Jakarta?
Of course, one of the big success for Porsche here in Indonesia will be the dealer network development. At the moment, our flagship dealership here is in Jakarta, but we're going to open in October 2014 in Surabaya another Porsche center, which will be like a fully dedicated Porsche center. And also, I'm looking into open up in other big cities. So Medan is on the list. We're probably going to have another one in Jakarta. So this will be the future road for the Porsche success in Indonesia.
Do you have the total numbers of how many Porsche out there on the roads in Jakarta or in Indonesia in total?
Yes, at the moment we're looking at 1,200 vehicles in operation on the road, which is, I think, a very good number to work with. But now with the incoming like demand and order of the Macan, we will significantly increase the number on the roads. So be prepared, you're going to see more Porsche on the roads.
That sounds like a big plan. Thank you so much, Christoph Choi, for joining us in Platinum.
You're most welcome. Thank you.